welcome to WRME Live. It is me, Christine, the office manager, and Aaron Burns, who does this normally. Carl's on vacation.
Yes.
We're a big proponent for our realtors going on vacations whenever they can, within reason. I'm sorry, taking 6 months is not a vacation. Taking care of your mom for 6 months because you have to, we're all for that. But vacations are important. Sorry, I talk too much. You know this. I'm only substituting for Carl for good reason. As you guys might have noticed, we are having to yell at you because no electricity. So we're making this work.
So it's going to be short and sweet today. So,
but on the topic of question comments, we definitely want them. We figured this would be a good opportunity to discuss power.
yes.
We did showings recently, and one of them was someone that didn't want to lose power very often, but the houses they were looking for had a line from the house to the pole rather than underground. And so that was an excellent opportunity to discuss other options. So for instance, some houses have an option where you can get an electrician to put I think you said an outlet?
An outlet. So you can plug your generator in to power the house if there's a power outage. Or you can just have one wired in that never moves. I sold one like that out in the boonies. Had a generator wired to run the whole house if they lost power. So
Yep, and some can be set inside, outside, the concrete pad. That's something you have to keep in mind. If that is such a big deal for you, to make sure you have constant power, whether it's medical or preference, it's a very good idea to be like, okay, do I have room in my house to do that? Do I have room on the land to do that? Especially if you need it, like medical reasons.
and talking to an electrician, they
Yes.
can tell you what can and can't be done. They're the professionals on that side.
Very much so. And even you also have to weigh in preference. If you don't want it in your garage because your garage is going to be just enough for your vehicles, you got to make sure there's enough in the side yard or whatnot, or you're okay with a generator that'll be much smaller than what you may have originally wanted. So it's one of the many things that as a realtor we try and listen and bring those points and concerns to light and let you know what options we know of and reference you to someone that'd be better educated on the topic, such as electricians. Talk to them. You don't want me doing electrical. No, but I will happily refer a good chunk of people that we've worked with or our clients have worked with, and then you can make that decision. We just can tell you that you can, if you don't mind spending some money, in many cases get it set up to where you can just plug it in your garage. So you lose power, you just walk out there and go kapunk, and go to town, or auto start. There's many options. And so, as with everything that's been going on, we've been getting real creative to try and accommodate these changes. And so, if we have to, we'll be doing a WRME Live from iPad during this time. Fortunately, the hood of my truck worked wonderfully.
Yes.
We will take that as a blessing. And fortunately, it does look like it's going to be a beautiful day after a very curious night. I don't know about where you were living, but it was at my house. I have no power, but that's normal for my neighborhood.
I have power, but it's going all night long.
Yeah, we left one window open that shouldn't have been open apparently, and it got in and it has a nice puddle on the floor. I had to mop it up this morning. Close that window whenever there's a storm coming. Got it. Learning lessons. But it's those unique situations. Sorry, I topic
No,
jump.
you're fine.
Going back to the no power. It's just a prime example of little things you have to keep in mind when you're helping a client or you yourself are looking to buy a house, because there's just so many little things that are, in the long run, are big deals to you. And some of them you can save up for. Some of them you need to be aware of beforehand, because I can put in a generator. Well, you just bought a house that has a postage stamp for a backyard. Where are you going to put it? And so things to keep in mind. Are there any comments, questions, or concerns?
That's what I was looking. We have no comments right now.
Okay, we are just about 5 minutes. Is there any announcements or anything we need to let know? I know we're still working on the chuck wagon, but we're kind of waiting to see what happens with Western Days, but we are still working on that. That's a huge event for our community, so we're just trying to make sure that if it goes through, we're as ready as we can be. Obviously, there are limitations, and people's health and safety are priority, but we also like food, and we also like feeding people.
And then if anybody has any questions about putting their house on the market or what the current market is doing or purchasing, let us know. We'll be happy to answer those and help you out.
Such as we can do for people that are looking to upgrade houses, we can reverse the math to find out what you would possibly be the purchase price for a house. So if you can afford $1,000 a month, we can do the calculations and ballpark what your purchase price would be. Still talk to a lender, but it kind of gives you an idea of what your buying power might be. So just one of the many things we can do. If you need anything, you can call, text. Well, I don't think because our smart number text. Our smart number text. I forget. We're fancy now. And call, text, email, and we'll happily do our best to take care of you and anything you need.
Or message us on here. I monitor this one.
Oh, Facebook. I forget social media. I live in a hole. I have a rotary dial phone. I'm behind the times. And so it's just a ton going on, and just let us know how we can help. In the meantime, we hope you have a great, safe Memorial weekend.
Yes.
It's going to be a fun weekend. And isn't it supposed to rain all weekend?
So I heard. But who knows? It's okay.
Very, very true. But in the meantime, either way, have a great weekend. Enjoy time with your family. And remember the meaning behind it. And y'all have a good time, okay?
Bye.
Bye.